Hey guys, it's LMG here with another Dead by Daylight video, and this is the pig. Now, despite all the memes and all the shit posting and god damn it, hold on a minute. Sorry, I'm tired of the nerfs. No more nerf pig, no more memes, no more boop the snoot. It's time you guys take this fucker serious. Anyways, anger aside, Pig is a really good and really fun killer that I feel goes criminally underappreciated. And despite a lot of tier lists putting her low, Oddstarver puts her really low in the tier list, the stats actually say otherwise. These are the pick rates and kill rates, left being kill rates, right being pick rates, of the current killers in Dead by Daylight as of me making this video in May. What's today, like Cinco de Mayonnaise? Something like that? Yeah, it is, okay. Sorry, I had to go check. So, obviously Ghoul is being a stinky little bastard, right? These are your overall average. Right, 2.5% is your average pick rate. We have 39 killers in the game, so divide it up, 2%, 2.5%. The overall average kill rate is 55%. And we need to have a little bit of nuance with this. Otherwise, you could just say average every killer gets a 2k out, because everyone's going to be around 50%, highest being Freddy at 65. So we have to use a little bit of nuance when we look at this. The percents mean more than you think. Ghoul, like I said, is absolutely skewing the pick rate average because he's new, he's accessible, and he's fun. But normally, your pick rates would be anywhere between 0 and like 8% is what I've seen. This also shows me being vindicated that Hag is the third lowest picked killer in the whole game, but has the 7th highest kill rate in the whole game. Bite me, chew my ass, suck it, Hag is good. Sorry, back to the pig, let me focus. As you can see, Pig has the 10th highest kill rate in the game, but the 26th lowest, so she's in bottom 13 bottom 13 pick rate. But she has the 10th highest kill rate. And we can look at the divided up stats. Obviously, she's not catching up to Blight. She's no fucking Blight or anything. But she's tailing him pretty hard. He's 57% kill rate compared to her 56.6. But when you look at the percentages of 4Ks versus everyone else, you'll notice that there's a really large margin. Pig almost always gets a 4K compared to other killers. Like, she's got a higher kill rate than Billy, higher kill rate than Wesker, and Huntress, who all, as you can see, have leagues higher pick rates than her. But aside from all the pick rates, I've done enough rambling about stats and everything online. Obviously, I got all of this from Nightlight, and thank you to them for posting all these games and making this data possible, because behavior won't give it to us. Let me show you why the pig can be good, and I'll give you a build for her. So for starters, we're running Surge. Damages gens when you M1 kill a survivor. I never remember what this perk is called. Forgive me? I should have put names, but it's one of the aliens perks. Gives you speed boost when you hit an M1, but you no longer make bloodlust. No Way Out blocks doors from being opened, depending on how many survivors you've hooked, obviously. And Lethal, everyone knows Lethal. See everyone for 9 seconds at the start, makes your aura reading longer. Not helpful necessarily with this build, but also if someone's running something like Object of Obsession, you really bone zone them with it. We've got the Crate of Gears, which makes your boxes longer to search, and you put traps on people's heads faster. And I believe this is rule set number 2. Survivors don't see pig boxes until their head trap has turned on. And then we have our lunch for later because blood points are good. this has been enough rambling, enough talking. We're 5 minutes into the video already. Let's get into the gameplay of the pig. Alright guys, just like our last game we did with the hag, I thought I'd go through and re-voice over this clip. So immediately, upon spawning in, I have Lethal Pursuer and I crouch down to block any object of obsession from seeing me. I notice an AFK person, 2 people running to a gen to the right, but this guy stuck a gen. And as pigs do, we run up, ignore that lady, and go for the grab. Early game grabs is what pig wants, because if you don't get an early down with pig, your pressure is just non-existent. So we get him to the hook, drop him to trap him, and throw him on the hook. The only downside to pig getting a grab like that is you have to drop them, and if you're really far from a hook, it makes it kind of rough. Now, I'm going to come back and kick this, mostly just because I have a challenge for it. I don't really need to kick that generator. A little bit of some suboptimal play for some blood points, as we do. Now, I happen to see some scratch marks here leading back to the hook, and I never like to go back for the person who came off a hook, but I will sure the shit come back for the saver. Now, Rapid Brutality, I believe is what it's called. I think I got it right this time. Gives us that extra chase power to close this out quicker. We get the pallet thrown in our face, as you do. And we continue. There's been a real big debate in the community, especially with Oddstarve's video about the gap in the game, about how M1 killers have like an inherent downside to them compared to like Blight, Hillbilly, Nurse, stuff like that. I completely agree, but I feel like behavior's been giving us band-aid patches to this in the form of like Rapid Brutality and the new Hex perk from Ghoul that just make it really easy to end M1 chases early. Not to mention perks like Surge that only work on M1s. I feel like there's a lot of perks balanced around the killers who have to M1. It's not a great fix, but it's something. So we get that hook, Leon's hat's now turned on, and we catch him at a box. We're gonna hit and run here, because we don't really want to interrupt his timer, but he decides to just run right back at me. So we're gonna take the down. It's not my fault you ran into me. We've lost 2 gens, but that's 2 traps turned on for both of the hooked boys. We hear the unhook happen behind us. We go into stealth to try to find anyone else. Because going back to the hook now with her trap on will pause her timer. I get stuck in a gurney, like an idiot. Heard no one at that generator back there. They wasted time healing the girl with the hat on, and that's fantastic. They keep handing me these downs, and it's not great. If you're the Leon, I apologize. You just happen to be wrong place, wrong time every time. This girl tries to bait me at the most unsafe pallet that I've ever seen, and gets downed accordingly. Throw the trap down, and we move. It's kind of what pig do. Leon somehow has already gotten his hat off, which is not great, but is fine by me because he's on death hook already. Not a big deal. Now, other girl decides to just run into me for some fucking reason, and smacks me with the pallet because I thought she'd have tried to take it off and gotten distance. Naturally, I think there's a door there, and there's not, and I lose a lot of distance on her. My mistake. I'm not perfect. Now I crouch down to sneak up on her, and she doubles back like a fucking pro. I will admit, sometimes the survivors do really fuck me up and get me run for my money. And I thought, wait, there's scratch marks over here, but she went that way. Well, who's over here? Ada also just got her trap off a little bit ago. I thought, yeah, that's what I heard. Someone's here. And it's fucking Leon. And also Claudette. What is happening? So we're gonna take him where we can get him. That's something you have to accept as a killer. No one likes to tunnel. I mean, if you do, you're kind of a monster, but sometimes, if they just hand you their butthole on a silver platter, you gotta do what you gotta do. I heard this gen slightly worked on, and thought I'd kick it, get my progress, and we go back for looking. And lo and behold, Leon, again, wrong place, wrong time, every time. I'm gonna do my best to not go after him, but I don't really have a choice at this point. I'm just praying I run into somebody. Now here's something great. I hear her working on the generator and going to give her a spook. She drops the pallet and I begin to get the weirdest, like, stutter that I've ever seen. I don't really know what happened here, but suddenly Leon is back. What the fuck? Scratch mark following, as we do. And there goes fucking Ada again? These survivors keep bamboozling me. Ada turns into Leon and then back into Ada. Now we see this generator's been worked on a lot, and suddenly now the Claudette turns into Zarina. She tries to flashbang and I look away. She drops a pallet like a goob. And another pallet like a goob, and then runs into me. Now, if you didn't hear that, let me back it up real quick and shut up. She uses the locker perk. I don't remember what the fuck it's called, but the perk where you fake getting into a locker. And I thought I'd do just a little bit of my BM duty, check it for her, and shake my head at her. Get the hat on her. There's our fourth stack of No Way Out. One of the last bastion perks of good perks. Or crutch perks, whatever you want to call them. Get some good pallets out of the way. And we go searching again. I, like an idiot, now that I'm looking back on the footage, seen that she doubled back and went behind me. Now here's Claudette, and I see her, but I hear someone on the gen working on it. So I go for the down, get the surge pop on it. And Ada is now in second hook. And I go back and I kick this and I try to find that Claudette, but she has fucked off into the aether. I don't know. In true Claudette fashion, she has disappeared. Forever. Presumably. So I just go on about my life, knowing she's full well gonna get that unhook in a matter of moments. And we go back to looking. Scratchies, and suddenly it's Zarina again. I swear when you play Pig and you have stealth, survivors do the weirdest, most wackiest shit, and they just appear in your hands. Unsafe pallet waiting is always a death sentence. And down she goes. Now both their traps are on. This is a great time. And I hear someone fail a box. Or vault a window, I'm not sure. Noise notification is a noise notification. I go to investigate. And I can only assume that it was a failed heal skill check, because here come two survivors. Sorry, Ada. She's trying to boop the snoot. And I'm sorry, but I'm not wearing... On this cosmetic, I'm not wearing the pig head. I'm wearing her reverse fairy trap crown. Very important distinction. You can't boop the snoot if there is no snoot. A few serious pig mains will tell you that if there is no snoot to boop, don't boop the snoot. I want to be taken seriously, damn it. So I once again go sniffing around for anyone. And the survivors begin the stealth metagame. One person's dead, one's got a bear trap going. And where's Claudette and Leon? I don't know, but they just healed Zarina and lengthened her timer by a long shot. Now, I happen to see scratch marks, and I'm trying to keep myself concealed, but they are really old, and suddenly I've lost the scratch marks, and like an idiot, I go wandering around hoping. But I am rewarded nonetheless. And I believe that's Claudette, because Zarina's got the hat on. They really wanted to lengthen out this game. And I happen to hear her working on a gen. That's my favorite sound. Grabby grab. On the hook we go. Now Claudette's dead. And that's when I kind of realized that both Leon and Zarina are on death hook. Challenge progression. We no longer have to kick any random ass generators. We catch her doing her trap. So I'm gonna whack her and run away so her timer continues. And we're gonna try our damnedest to find Leon. And I'm gonna tell you right now, we do not succeed. From what I remember of this game, I believe Zarina's head pops. Not to spoil it. It takes me minutes to find this fucking Leon. So I may very well, after she dies, I might just cut the footage up a little bit and chop it up. And hope to God we don't make you wait for 7 minutes, like I had to. So at this point now I'm just confused and wandering around trying to find anybody at a generator. And just like that, the game hands me the hatch. I kick it shut, and I have two doors on like opposite ends of the map. And this is where No Way Out comes to save me. So we sit here in the middle of the map, looking back and forth, waiting for Leon to go touch one of them. And we're just going to fast forward the timer, because he takes 7 years to fucking touch it. Okay, Leon finally touched it. And by this point, I'm pretty positive that with No Way Out, he just cannot escape anymore. But we're going to go and get our Mori anyways. We sniff. No one's here, which can only mean he's right over here. He's gonna cheese it. Hyper Brutality says we go fast. And he's gonna give us a good chase, but ultimately kind of pointless. And I think we all know where this is going. Again, people waiting at safe pallets, or unsafe pallets, are just asking to die at them. We get our 4K Mori, and the game is done. Thank you all for watching. Go play Pig!